The intensity is rising in East Rutherford as the New York Giants officially kick off their 3-day voluntary minicamp. New head coach John Harbaugh is wasting no time, getting his squad on the field early to start installing his scheme and building crucial team cohesion. This is the first real look at how Harbaugh intends to shape this roster, as veterans gather at the Quest Diagnostics Training Center to begin the grind of the 2026 offseason.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
All eyes are now turning to the upcoming NFL draft, where John Harbaugh faces a massive decision regarding the Giants' top 5 selection. Rumors are swirling about whether he will break from traditional draft norms to target standout players like Caleb Downs. Everyone is wondering if Harbaugh is ready to make a bold, aggressive move early in the first round that could redefine the team identity for years to come. It is a franchise-altering week for the New York Giants as they prepare to wield 2 top 10 picks in the 2026 NFL Draft. John Harbaugh is in prime position to add cornerstone pieces to both sides of the ball, with players like Sonny, Arvell Reese, and Jeremiah Love firmly on the radar. With the front office keeping options open for a potential trade down, the strategy is set to either secure elite talent or accumulate more depth to fill glaring gaps across the roster. The pressure is mounting as we look at the potential for a massive roster shakeup, with the 2026 NFL Draft just days away. From the return of players like Adebo to the quiet retirement of Shane Lemieux, the Giants are undergoing significant changes under the collaborative vision of John Harbaugh and GM Joe Scone. We are breaking down every rumor, every prospect, and every move that could impact the future of Big Blue. Make sure you are part of the conversation by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and ringing the bell so you never miss an update. Ever wonder how a franchise hits the reset button? It starts here. The New York Giants are officially back on the field at the Quest Diagnostics Training Center, kicking off a pivotal 3-day voluntary minicamp. This isn't just another practice. It's the dawn of the John Harbaugh era. By getting a jump start on the offseason schedule, 2 weeks ahead of the pack, Harbaugh is clearly signaling that he's not wasting a single second when it comes to installing his system. Now, you might be asking, why is this voluntary session happening now? Well, thanks to a specific loophole in the NFL's collective bargaining agreement, teams with new head coaches get a golden ticket to host these extra veteran camps before the draft. It's a smart move. It allows the coaching staff to start building locker room cohesion and mental conditioning before the high-stakes pressure of the draft even kicks in. We are looking at a compressed timeline here, with the final day of camp actually overlapping with the start of the 2026 NFL Draft. It creates a frantic, high-intensity environment, though for the fans waiting for updates, don't hold your breath. This camp is strictly closed to the media. It's all about quiet, internal focus before the real madness of OTAs starts in mid-May and the mandatory minicamps follow in June. So, what do you think? Is this early start the spark the Giants need to turn things around, or is it just more off-season noise? Let me know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all our deep dives into the Giants' rebuild. Sometimes, the most important work is done when the cameras are nowhere to be found. What if I told you the draft board is about to get flipped upside down in a way nobody saw coming? We are talking about John Harbaugh potentially shattering every conventional scouting norm we have come to expect. Rumors are circulating, and the question on everyone's mind is he really bold enough to reach for Caleb Downs in the top 5? It sounds like pure madness on paper, but in the NFL, these kinds of calculated risks are exactly what define dynasties or lead to total rebuilds. You have to wonder if the talent level here is just too tempting for a coach with his track record to pass up, even if it defies the positional value analysts love to preach. If this happens, it changes the entire draft landscape instantly. What do you think? Is this a genius move in the making or a desperation play that could backfire? Drop your take in the comments below, hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the madness, and remember, in the NFL, if you aren't shaking things up, you're usually getting left behind. Some days don't just change a weekend, they change the entire trajectory of a franchise. We talk about franchise-altering moments all the time, the big-name quarterback signing, the new coach arriving, the massive free agent deal. But often, those headlines fade. However, April 23, 2026 feels different for the New York Giants. With two top 10 picks, at number 5 and number 10, this isn't just a draft, it's the formal introduction of the John Harbaugh era. After 18 years of culture building in Baltimore, Harbaugh is putting his fingerprints on this roster. And let's be clear, whoever they draft, they're going to be tough. That's a non-negotiable. The setup for these picks tells the story of a team in transition. The number 5 pick, that was earned through the trenches of a grueling 4-13 season. The number 10 pick came from the fallout of the Dexter Lawrence departure to Cincinnati, a move that forced the front office to pivot and get creative. Now, Joe Scone is playing a high-stakes game of chess. We're hearing murmurs that they might trade down, looking to recoup assets like a third-round pick or bolster their depth in the second round. Scone is looking at the board, weighing if the player at 8 is essentially the same value as the guy at 18. It's the classic value versus need dilemma, and it's going to make for a nervous night for Giants fans. The pressure is on to avoid a repeat of 2022, where the Giants took Kayvon Thibodeaux and Evan Neal with similar high-tier picks. They need this year to be different. On offense, the conversation starts with Arizona State wide receiver Jordan Tyson or Miami's Francis Moigoa. But the real spark, that's running back Jeremiah Love. If he's there at 5, Harbaugh's desire for a physical downhill running game might just outweigh the old-school fear of taking a back that early. Defensively, they have massive shoes to fill inside without Lawrence. Keep an eye on Ohio State's Sonny Styles or Caleb Downs. Even with the existing talent in the edge room, the Giants are playing the best player available card, regardless of how crowded the position group looks on paper. Harbaugh has already gone on record saying there's going to be a great one waiting at pick 5. That's a bold promise to make. Whether these picks turn into the foundation of a new powerhouse or just another chapter of what if remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure. The Giants are playing the game before the game, and they've had months to prepare for this exact moment. What do you think? Should they stay put at 5 and swing for the fences, or trade back and collect more chips? Drop a comment below with your draft prediction. If they nail these picks, the rest of the league better watch out. But until that clock hits 0, it's all just speculation. Stay tuned, because the future of the Giants is being written in real time. Wake up, Giants fans. The clock is ticking toward the NFL draft, and the pressure in East Rutherford has never felt quite like this. We are standing on the precipice of a new era, with the Harbaugh influence officially woven into the DNA of this franchise. For 18 years, we watched Jim Harbaugh call the shots in Baltimore, but now he is bringing that intense, analytical, and relentless mindset to the Giants. While he is not the one handing in the final card, make no mistake, these upcoming picks are going to bear his signature. The word around the building is collaboration, but everyone knows Harbaugh expects perfection. Speaking of pressure, GM Joe Scone bought himself some breathing room with a solid 2025 class, but 2028 is looming on the horizon. If this team doesn't take the next big step with Jackson Dart at the helm, the front office is going to be in the hot seat. The real question is whether the G-men are finished dealing. With a watered-down top 10, we might see the Giants trade back to stack up on day 2 depth. And we have to talk about the elephant in the room, Malik Nabers. The injury news is the biggest story nobody is covering. Coming off that knee reconstruction, the Giants are desperate for offensive juice. You are seeing it in practice. Dart is already building rapport with Darnell Mooney and Isaiah Likely. The team is trying to find that explosive identity again. On the defensive side, Paulson Adebo is back in the mix and looking sharp, signaling that this defense is hungry to prove they can play as fast as they talk. On a more somber note, we saw Shane Lemieux officially hang up his cleats this week. After a grueling battle with injuries, he is moving on from the game, and we wish him nothing but the best in his next chapter. As we look around the league, from the Cowboys stalling on George Pickens to Justin Fields revealing he almost ended up with the Chiefs, the landscape is shifting fast. The Giants have 2 massive chances to change their trajectory in the first round. Will they go for the raw, lab-grown talent like Sonny Styles, Or will they go for the pure IQ of a player like Caleb Downs? What are you expecting from the draft? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Don't forget to subscribe to Big Blue View for all the latest updates, mailbags, and breakdowns. The draft is here. The stakes are high. Let's see if the Giants are ready to answer the call.